This week, we'll finally see what happens when a wealthy orphan with daddy issues battles an illegal immigrant with daddy issues in Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. Now, all joking aside, I'm incredibly excited to see DC Comics' latest cinematic offering, especially since this marks the first time we'll see the primordial version of the Justice League on screen together. Now, many of you are probably wondering, why are Batman and Superman fighting anyway? I mean, Batman kinda makes sense with this whole, I don't trust anyone except my fancy butler shtick. But Superman, he's supposed to be kind of a Boy Scout, right? That's what I thought, but apparently that wasn't always the case. And today on the Dan Cave, I'm gonna show you the times that Superman was a supreme asshole. In 1969's World's Finest number 186, Superman framed the Dark Knight for participating in the dark arts, namely witchcraft. No, you heard that right. He tried to burn Batman at the stake for witchcraft. At one point, Benjamin goddamn Franklin shows up and tries to free Batman from the pillar with the old kite and lightning trick, but no, Superman stops the lightning from reaching the lock. Total dick move, Supes. Total dick move. Now, what do you think a story called The Miracle of Thirsty Thursday is about? A bar with a great happy hour, beer foam that mysteriously looks like Jesus? Superman murdering the citizens of Metropolis by denying them life-giving water? If you said number 3, then ding ding ding, you guessed it! The cover of Superman number 293 shows Superman guarding a flowing fire hydrant while the citizens of Metropolis claw at him, begging for water. Nobody gets a drop, Superman replies. Some poor bastard is literally trying to get a drop of water in an empty can of beans, for crying out loud. What's even crazier is that nothing remotely related to the cover happens inside. Where's the Bean Man, Supes? Where's the Bean Man? Now, if you thought that was the only time Superman tried murdering his friends through dehydration, you'd be dead wrong. In Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen number 15, Jimmy Olsen winds up gaining the powers of Aquaman after being swallowed by a whale and finding a magic stone. You know, that old chestnut. So Superman then decides to play a savage game with Olsen and the real Aquaman called Who Can Survive Longer Without Water? Are you kidding me? Why not Scrabble? Jesus, Supes. The answer is of course Jimmy Olsen, but the game is more twisted than a pretzel in a tornado, which is very twisted. Now, sometimes you want peace and quiet. Sometimes you need a secret lair so you can protect Gotham City. And sometimes Superman leads every reporter on the eastern seaboard to the Batcave and blows up your spot, which is exactly what Superman did in World's Finest number 97. I mean, come on, Supes. The dude's parents died. Can't you just let him chill with a teen in a dank, musty cave in peace? I mean, as a fellow cave owner, that is not cool, dude. Not cool at all. Now, what if Superman was actually your father? I mean, that'd be pretty cool, right? Having a dad that can fly around and shoot lasers out of his eyes and has a sweet-ass igloo where he hangs out when he wants to be alone. I mean, that'd be rad. Well, apparently it's not all it's cracked up to be. In Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen number 30, Superman adopts Jimmy Olsen after his ginger pal gets sad about being unable to participate in a father-son picnic. That's real sad. You can tell by how I'm laughing. So how great of a dad is Superman? When his newly adopted son Jimmy Olsen gets him a nice new robe for Father's Day, he burns it to a crisp with his heat vision and tells him he regrets ever adopting him in the first place. And you thought you had daddy issues. You probably do. You should talk to someone. Now folks, if you live in a big city, gentrification is inevitable. Hipsters will move into low-income neighborhoods, gastropubs serving Korean tacos will open, and poorer residents will straight up be forced out. Now back in the early days of Superman comics, this was back in 1939, Superman realized that slums have a higher crime rate. So, in order to solve this perceived societal problem, he rips up all the cheap housing and burns it all down. Now, he's not a total monster. All the residents made out unscathed, but there's no way that they can afford the new luxury homes and condos that went up in their place. So yeah, he kind of is a monster. Thanks, Obama. I mean, Superman, thanks. So tell me guys, what are your favorite instances of superheroes being jerks? And it doesn't just have to be Superman. I mean, I was very tempted to include the goddamn Batman panel. You know the one I'm talking about. Anyway, let me know in the comments below, and while you're there, give me an incredibly rude thumbs up. Ooh. That's all for this week's show. Be sure to tune in next week when we talk about the story of how a firefighter tries to commit insurance fraud by getting fake gay married, then assaulting a Turkish port city with a British military officer, and I now pronounce you Chuck and Lawrence of Arabia. All right, let's open up the old mailbag, shall we? At an unlikely Brit asks, Mr. Casey, of the new X-Men and Apocalypse, which is your favorite, X-Babies and Horsemen included? Well, Paul, yes, I know it's you. We went to college together. How you doing? Well, Paul, that's easy. Archangel, because he looks like Macklemore and J.J. Watt had an evil mutant baby, and his arc is tragic as hell. At Dodger Blue 88 asks, if an old chestnut falls in the forest and you shave your beard, will Indy 5 still suck? Oh, Dodger Blue, if I told you, I'd have to kill you. No, Indy 5 is gonna be great because it's revealed that the whole series is actually taking place in Short Round Snow Globe. At TDK Retweets asks, what food pairs with specific movies? Yogurt and Lethal Weapon, Ramen and Good Will Hunting, or Pie and Speed Racer, for example? Oh, great question. I love this question. Personally, I would recommend pizza and Die Hard, sushi and Finding Nemo, or pretty much anything in your body weight in peanut M&Ms. I mean, you can't go wrong. They're the best M&Ms, hands down. What would your pairings be? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next time.